Welcome to my channel. This is Real Talk Podcast, where we dive into honest conversations, real stories, and practical English learning tips. Let's get started.
So, we got this suggestion to look at learning English with podcast conversations. They're episode 5.
Ah, yes, the one on grocery shopping.
Exactly. And it's such a key thing, isn't it? If you're traveling or, living somewhere, English is spoken.
You can't really avoid the supermarket, yeah.
Right. So our mission today is basically to dig into that episode, the beginner vocab, the dialogues they use.
And pull out the really crucial bits, right?
Yeah, the absolute essentials you need to, survive the grocery store in English without too much stress. Okay, let's get into it.
Sounds good. And it's interesting because even simple stuff like buying groceries, it packs in quite a bit of language, doesn't it? And culture, too. The source material, it gives a good starting point. We can kind of build on that, maybe look at why certain phrases work so well.
Okay, where should we start?
Well, let's look at 3 sort of core phrases, your basic toolkit. First up, where is?
Ah, yes, the classic navigator phrase. You're standing there surrounded by aisles.
Maybe the signs aren't helping.
Yeah, and you just need the eggs. So a nice simple way is just, excuse me, where is the dairy section? Or maybe where are the canned tomatoes?
Exactly. Straightforward. Gets the job done.
People are usually pretty helpful with directions too, I find.
Generally, yeah. Okay, so you've found the thing. Next question is usually.
How much it costs.
Precisely. Which brings us to phrase number 2. How much is this?
Right. The big one. You've picked up maybe an apple or a few apples. So you'd ask, holding it up, how much is this apple? Or if you have a bunch, how much are these apples?
That little is versus are distinction is important.
Yeah, singular versus plural. Good point. So you know where it is, you know how much it costs. What's next?
Now you actually need to state your intention to buy. So phrase 3 is, I'd like quantity of product.
Right. I like, or I would like, if you want to be a bit more formal, but I'd like is common.
Very common. So you found, say, the rice. You need 2 bags.
You'd say, I'd like 2 kilograms of rice, please, or 2 bags, whatever the unit is.
Exactly. Specify the amount, specify the item. Makes it super clear.
It's amazing how those 3 phrases cover like 80% of the interaction.
They really do form the backbone. And, the source mentions practicing them out loud.
Oh, yeah, that's key.
It really is. Getting the pronunciation, the intonation right, it just boosts your confidence so much. Makes you sound more natural.
They're like tongue twisters, but useful ones.
Sort of, yeah. Muscle memory for your mouth.
Okay, great foundations. So the source material, it gives this little dialogue, doesn't it? A customer, Lena, and a cashier, Tom.
Yes, a nice little realistic snapshot. Let's walk through it.
See how these phrases play out in like a real situation?
Okay, so it starts with Tom, the cashier. He says, hello, can I help you find something?
Pretty standard opening line in a shop. Very polite, offer of help.
And Lena replies, yes, please. I'm looking for bread. Where is it?
Ah, see? Straight into it. Polite, yes, please. Then states the need, I'm looking for bread, and uses our first key phrase, where is it?
Notice the contraction to I'm for I am. Very natural.
Good catch. Efficient.
So Tom directs her. It's in aisle 3, next to the dairy products.
Okay, a couple of useful words there. It's another contraction for it is.
Right. An aisle, that's, the lane between the shelves.
Little streets in the supermarket. And dairy products.
Yeah, milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, all that stuff.
Got it. So Lena says, thank you. Simple, polite, and then...
And she pivots. She must have seen the milk nearby.
Right.
She asks, and how much is this milk?
Our second key phrase in action, holding the milk, presumably.
Tom gives the price. That's $1.50 per liter.
Okay. Price plus the unit per liter. Useful detail.
Very. And Lena decides to buy. She says, great, I'll take 2 bottles, please.
There's phrase number 3, I'll take, which is another way of saying I'd like in this context.
Exactly. And she specifies 2 bottles. That's the container, the unit she's buying.
Right. Milk often comes in bottles or cartons. Good point.
So Tom checks if she needs anything else. No problem.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's another one you hear all the time at the checkout. Anything else? It's an open question.
Right. It invites more than just a yes or no. It's a final check.
And Lena finishes up. No, that's all. Thanks.
Simple, clear, polite ending. Done.
It seems so basic, but there's actually quite a lot going on in that short exchange.
It really is. And we touched on the contractions. That's essential for sounding natural.
Definitely. The source also mentioned the open questions like, can I help you find something, and anything else?
Yeah, they encourage you, the customer, to give more information, not just a one-word answer. It keeps the conversation flowing.
It's more helpful, really.
And the vocabulary, we covered aisle and dairy products, also bottles as the unit for milk. You might buy eggs in a
Oh, carton.
right, a carton, or fruit by the
Yeah.
could be kilogram, could be pound, depending where you are.
Yeah, the units can vary. Okay, so we've seen the theory and the practice. Now, the source had some little practice scenarios, right?
Yeah.
For the listener.
It did, yeah. 3 quick ones just to get to thinking. First one, you want organic eggs. What do you do?
Okay, organic eggs. First, find them. So, excuse me, where are the organic eggs? Using that where is there phrase.
Good start.
Then once you've got them, maybe at the checkout, or if you need help finding the right ones, you'd use I'd like. So, I'd like a carton of organic eggs, please. Remembering carton for eggs.
Perfect, exactly. Okay, scenario 2. You need 3 apples.
Apples, right. Find the apples. Maybe check the price first.
Good idea.
So point, maybe, and ask, how much are these apples? Using are, because it's plural. And if the price is okay, you'd say, I'd like 3 of these, please. Or just 3 apples, please.
Simple and effective. Okay, last one. A bottle of mineral water.
Mineral water, okay. Again, maybe start with location. Excuse me, where is the bottled water? Or where can I find mineral water?
Either works.
Then grab a bottle. You could ask the price, how much is this bottle? Or just take it to the checkout and say, I'd like this bottle of mineral water, please. Or maybe just this, please, if that's all you're buying.
Yeah, lots of ways to handle it once you have the item.
Yeah.
These little mental run-throughs, they really help cement the phrases.
Definitely builds confidence just thinking it through.
Mm-hmm.
So wrapping up this deep dive then, we've basically covered those really essential phrases for, well, finding things and asking how much they cost in an English-speaking grocery store.
Yep. Where is? How much is this? And I'd like. And we looked at how they actually work in a conversation, picking apart that dialogue.
We saw contractions, those open questions, words like aisle, dairy products, bottles, cartons.
All the key bits.
And the original source, the Learning English episode, they mention a free transcript is available, which sounds super useful for review.
Always good to have something to look back on.
And apparently their next focus is ordering in a restaurant.
Ooh, that's a logical next step. Another really common situation.
Yeah, for sure. So ultimately, this is all about giving you, the listener, those practical tools, isn't it?
Absolutely. Making those everyday interactions, like just grabbing some milk, feel a bit less daunting if English isn't your first language.
Yeah, knowing even just these basics can make a huge difference to your experience.
That really can. It smooths things out.
So next time you're in that situation, facing the cereal aisle,
Yeah.
take a breath. Remember these phrases.
You've got this.
Yeah.
What do you think is the absolute key takeaway from all this? If someone remembers just one thing.
That's a good question. I think for me, it's realizing that functional communication doesn't require perfect fluency.
Ah, yeah. Good point.
You know, these simple, direct phrases work. They get the job done. You don't need complex grammar to buy bread.
Absolutely. It's about confidence in using what you know, even if it's just a few core phrases. It's a stepping stone.
Totally. And maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Think about where else these skills might apply. Asking for directions, buying a ticket, asking for information.
Right, it's the same foundation. Asking where something is, how much it costs, stating what you want.
Exactly. It's not just about groceries. It's about navigating your world in English, one interaction at a time.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time on Real Talk Podcast.